After an Osaka withdrawal 2 weeks ago in the semifinals, Victoria vs. Naomi is once again concluding a major tournament, this time the US Open. Will Naomi win her second New York major? Or can Azarenka push through to win her first major in 7 years? I'll break down the match and predict who I think will hold the trophy here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today. Naomi opened up against countrywoman Masaki Doi, playing a solid match despite dropping the second set. Her second round against Georgie was a lot more straightforward as she crushed the Italian 1-2. In the third round, she was tested greatly by 18-year-old Marta Kostyuk, pulling off a mini comeback from down 1-2 love 40 in the third to win 6-3, 6-7, 6-2. She cleaned things up significantly in the fourth round, dominating Annette Kontaveit 6-3, 6-4. Then in the quarterfinals, American Shelby Rogers with the same scoreline. The semifinals saw her face a much tougher American in Jennifer Brady, coming through that one 7-6, 3-6, 6-3. Victoria Azarenka won her first match against Austrian Barbara Haas 6-1, 6-2, then beat 5th seed and compatriot Aryna Sabalenka 6-3, 6-1. Vika then took out Iga Swiatek 6-4, 6-2, and in the round of 16, she dropped her first set of the tournament to Karolina Muchova, but won that match 5-7, 6-1, 6-4. In the quarterfinals, she clobbered Elise Mertens 6-1, 6-love, and lastly, in the semis, she took perhaps her most incredible victory ever, coming back to beat Serena Williams in an amazing 1-6, 6-3, 6-3 match. Looking at the head-to-head between these two women, Osaka leads it 2-1, minus the withdrawal, winning their last match in the 2019 Roland Garros second round. Naomi won that classic match in 3 tough sets. She also dispatched Vika at Rome in 2018, but Azarenka did the same to her back at the 2016 Australian Open. Both players are well accomplished at 2 majors apiece, but Azarenka, being the more experienced, leads in career titles and prize money. Osaka has the edge in US Open titles though, her 2018 trophy eclipsing Vika's 2 previous finals appearances. For Naomi's keys to the match, she first needs to use the slice serve out wide. She used this serve very well against Brady yesterday, and it was also a serve that was successful for Serena. Vika's forehand is very much improved, but the slice wide to that wing will lead a different result. While on the topic of serves, Naomi should make sure that she mixes hers up and offers different speeds and spins, even on the first serve. Bringing up the Serena match again, Williams served very well the entire match and was highly successful on it in the beginning. However, Victoria began to get used to the pace and patterns, so to avoid the same fate, Osaka should give Vika different looks. The next point is kind of a 2-in-1, which is to first cover the wide second serve on the due side. This seems very specific, but the second serve of Azarenka, for one, is the softest shot she'll see in a rally. To fully take advantage of this, Naomi needs to cover that topspin wide serve because it's Vika's favorite. When she does hit the return, Osaka should direct it more to the middle of the court forehand side. Serena made the mistake of constantly returning it wide, which Azarenka then numerous times took control of the rally with her backhand up the line. Returning up the middle, especially to the Vika forehand, takes away angles and the backhand down the line. The fifth and final point is to keep using angles and cutting off the court. In the semis, Serena did good to dictate many points, but hit with great power on practically 85% of her shots. This later on became ineffective because Vika is one of the best players at absorbing pace. Instead, angles work much better as it prohibits Azarenka from defending to the best of her abilities. For Azarenka to be successful, she should maintain decent pace on both her first and second serves. Part of Serena's early success yesterday was her ability to dictate even off the return, because Vika wasn't serving that hard. Once she upped the ante, however, Williams didn't have many chances to do this and found herself on the defensive. A point that plays into this is to have a high first serve percentage. Yesterday in the first set, Azarenka only hit 52% of first serves in, but in the second and third sets, she averaged 78%. This is the main reason why she wasn't broken at all in those 2 sets. Still on the serving aspect of things, Victoria should try to read Naomi's ball toss because the Japanese woman is pretty predictable with her direction and especially with that slice wide serve and just inconsistent toss. As far as ground strokes go, Azarenka needs to go hard up the middle pretty frequently to avoid many of those incredible Osaka angles and to just keep her from dictating points. My fifth and final point for Vika is to have a strong start. Yesterday, the slow start almost sent her packing, so to prevent the scare, Azarenka needs to bring the intensity from the very first ball. For my match prediction, I'm picking Naomi to beat Victoria in 3 sets. The way Azarenka has been playing in her past 2 matches, she looks like the world number 1. I even believe she's playing slightly better than Naomi. However, I'm unsure of how she will handle the occasion of playing in her first slam final since Leo. Let me remind you, we don't know how she'll do in those finals because she was given the walkover in Cincinnati. Azarenka is usually guns a-blazing when facing Serena, getting out to fast starts, but yesterday, you could tell she felt the pressure even in the semifinals, and she took a while to get going. If Serena had perhaps kept the pressure on her early on in the second, she might not have turned it around, but being the excellent fighter, she found a way. Although I believe nerves will play a part in the initial stage of the match, I don't think it'll be as bad as Serena in slam finals, because Vika doesn't have the added pressure from the public of winning additional slams to extend her legacy. Serena aside, because I'm talking way too much about her in this video, Naomi has been sharp from the gate in all of her matches, and I pick her to do the same here, winning the first set. I think she can beat Azarenka in straight if Vika is indeed feeling the pressure and Naomi doesn't let her breathe at all. Once again though, Azarenka is such a big fighter, and I think she will at least come back to grab the second set. However, Osaka, on with Wim Fizette, who coached Azarenka in the past, will thus have a better insight on her opponent, which will be the difference maker in big points. Therefore, Naomi is my pick. In their semi-final press conferences, Naomi and Vika had this to say about their upcoming clash.
I mean, for me, I've played her once in Roland Garros. I've played her twice, but the Roland Garros one is the most recent one that I remember. But yeah, she seems really confident now. She's moving well, and I don't know. I don't try to think about, other matches right after the match that I just finished, but it should be tough if I do play her.
Very excited about that. I'm as excited as I was last week, so I'm sure this time we're going to get to play, and it's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be an amazing final. I hope it will be. I'll have fun. But she's a very, very powerful player. She's a great champion. She's won 2 already, so and then we're both looking for a 3rd one, so that'll be fun.
Do you agree that Naomi will win her second US Open title, or will Vika grab her first? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a match analysis of this one and the men's final preview. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.